Well, for minority for and so at the unboxing because it's the same matter.
Yeah.
Was a audit account of First Lady over refund. Minority tells AG. The minority in Parliament has served notice to rely on the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee to write officially to the Auditor General to audit the account of the First Lady, Mrs. Rebecca Akufo-Addo. This follows the decision of the First Lady to refund 899,000 allowances she has received from the state since 2017. Yesterday, the Office of the President released a press statement that it had received a check covering the amount from Mrs. Akufo-Addo. Addressing the press in Parliament yesterday, the minority explained that an audit by the AG would help to determine whether the money the First Lady was using to refund the allowances she was paid was indeed her own resources or funds she took from her foundation, which was funded by state agencies such as the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation and the GCB. We welcome the decision by the First Lady to refund the allowances paid to her since 2017, but we need to ascertain whether that is the money she actually received and whether interest has accrued on the money and she has to refund same. It said. The Deputy Minority Leader, Mr. James Klucher Aveji, who addressed the media, said if the First Lady is not interested to receive allowances, then all state sponsorship for her non-profit organization should also be refunded, since she is not personally interested in that. Anyway, Asama the minority added to Ghana for enim at the time that the Deputy Minority Leader, Mr. James Klucher Aveji, added Ensemble Etuja. Yenti Ensemble Kakra, or kind of
The first question is that since 2017, that she started receiving this salary, doesn't mean that she doesn't spend the money and she kept the money in her account all this while. If the answer is yes, it means that she did not need the money. So why did she take the money in the first place? If that is the case, refunding the money now, you must also compute the interest that the money would have accrued and pay that same to government. So we are calling on the Auditor General to go into the accounts of the First Lady and the Second Lady, first of all, to ascertain that the money she refunded is the money she actually received. That is number one. Two, also to compute the interest that that money would have accrued if that money had been put into any interest-bearing account, so that that money should also be refunded. The interest component should also be refunded. Third, to ascertain whether there is sufficient money in the account so that the check that she has issued will not bounce. Yeah. The fourth one is also, if she is now refunding the money, it means that she is not interested in any state fund. For that matter, all state funding of her NGO should also be audited by the Auditor General.
And Mr. James Klucher Aveji position on the matter of the refunds which have been made by the First Lady and the NPP also held a similar, and Mr. Stephen Amwa and Edi and Muyenti on the Sema or the Etuja.
See, this whole issue give rise to has actually induced the First Lady and the Second Lady to say that, okay, we have not even written to accept the new proposal. We are rejecting it. If even the allowances given us is an issue, we are paying back. Then they go again. Some are saying she's arrogant. Some are saying her account should be checked. Thank you very much. If that is the case, the account of Lordina Mahama, Her Excellency, respectfully, we must start from here. We must start from all the First Ladies. All of them, we have to. I agree to what they are saying. Yeah. But it couldn't have been only one First Lady. Two, since when in this country did we start auditing NGOs? I'm not a legal practitioner. The fact of the matter is that my brothers from the NDC, it's not about Ghana. It's all about political power. They don't care about the forward movement of this country. Yeah. The very thing that they introduced, the very thing that they did in bigger measures, the very thing that they are part of the approval system, look at what they are doing. Do they really love this country? Instead of them concentrating on alternative policies, every day is about propaganda. 21st century, Africa is tired of propaganda. We need to love this country, work as one body. The fact of the matter is that the First Lady has rejected. She's ready to pay, or is even paying whatever she took If they think they have something wrong with it, we should start from Lordina Maham.
Look at Mr. Aveji saying this. Let me quote. We welcome the decision by the First Lady to refund the allowance. This is what even hits me.
That is why some people are
How
saying
can you welcome
the state should also
something which is not an illegality?
What is this?
It is not an illegality. It is her right to enjoy this. That we welcome the decision by the First Lady to refund the allowances paid to her. See, how can we welcome this when it is not a subject matter in contention? Then he moves on, but we need to ascertain whether that is the money she actually received and whether interest has accrued on the money. Since when did they have an interest in that? When they were approving this before them, they didn't look at whether all these things were important and whether they were pertinent. If you are interested in recouping or retrieving this money from Mrs. Akufo-Addo, why did you grant her the salary in the first place? Or it wasn't the 7th Parliament which did that. The 7th Parliament did that. So we are asking the question, say, some more say ni allowances kwampo mu interest wo mu a ada na moma no salary. Ada na moma no salary. Say ni allowances mu interest wo mu. It goes to say when as say also mo pay interest component accrue. Then he says that let me quote him. As chairman of the public okay, I say the deputy minority leader, Mr. James Kuchaveji, who addressed the media, said, if the First Lady is not interested to receive allowances, then all state sponsorship for her non-profit organization should also be refunded since she is not personally interested. When did she say that she is not interested in? If I'm saying, amount for one NGO, no. Where did she state to say when you're interested in that, and so she should refund that amount of money? You know. And that's where sometimes some of us we get sickened. So they don't love Ghana and they don't love Ghana. Who do you love Ghana? You yourselves do you love Ghana? That and a sika and the NGO now for them. This is where she has taken her personal decision to refund money that is legally due her. She hasn't said same for
they should also reject the 28 million.
Then some of the problem we are serving notice that we will write officially to the auditor to go into auditing their. I mean.
It's so blue.
Then the NPP also comes. I mean, look at and then he also comes and you know.
And why are you targeting the individual?
Yes.
Why are you targeting the individual?
Then you know he mentions and Lordina Mahama. Then he remembers this is the First Lady I'm referencing, and Her Excellency.